Detective Atney, when you assume the thief's identity... Excuse me? What? Did he just throw coffee in my face? I don't care what blend it is. Bro, be so for real. Bro, get your Starbucks order out of my hair. Let's go ahead and dive into today's trial. Yet again, we are on the first day of the trial, right? We have come to another, I believe, testimony that we need to hear and poke holes into. So last time, if you did not remember, we dove into the first day of the trial and we heard Gumshoe's testimony and what he had in terms of evidence of the thief. And the thief actually was dressed a bit differently than the usual mask to mask. So what is interesting about that is that we already knew that Rhonda Light was at the office building of the security place that him and Larry both work at, right? So we kind of already have this planted in our heads that there might be two of these little stinkers running around here. So ladies and gentlemen, if you will join me for yet again another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations from the Trilogy. We are on episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. Let's get it. Yeah, I'm really sorry if those intros kind of sound a little bit random. I'm kind of ad-libbing them and it's not really working. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the dead changed. Okay, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dastardly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my mobile head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. Sorry guys, my whatever accent I was giving him before is a little bit faulty. Give me a little bit and I'll get there. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal. My specifically made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why this witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Master Mask, my arch enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Alright. Let's dive into this guy's testimony. So it's approximately 1 o'clock. Let's talk about it. So that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? That is an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. Pause. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday too. Gumshoe also said they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely, that is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying the pressure. On your pigeony head, of course. Phoenix, you crack me up, brother. In any case, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Okay, dancingly descended. From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So, in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how's that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak upon me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby W Ace Dunce. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Right, you didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask, that's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as the testimony goes. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Here we go. Here he goes. Now, what? You didn't need to grab another one? Good. Let's continue with the testimony. He's too good for a text bubble, huh? Okay. Zarkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike, but when I awoke, he was gone. So you got knocked out. So you were attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing. That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Huh? Well, actually, yeah. By a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. They're talking about the tutorial of the second game. This has nothing to do with this case, sir. As you see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? Okay, he might have cooked a little bit there. But like, that's kind of a low blow, too. The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. Are you serious? He may have brains, but the wiring to see the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then, 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. Okay. About this 30 minutes, my silver cord is loosened when my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. What? As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. So, what happened during those 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. What is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? Real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? So, what piece of evidence? He was knocked out before he could fight back. What piece of evidence says that? Blackmail letter, KB room. Oh, is he talking about the camera data? But that doesn't make sense. DeMasque knocked at me with a blow to the back of the head. What about this is crazy? So, that's just the poster of the urn. Found the shadow of Amy Faye's Melissa was torn off of some clothing. Oh, I see the brooch. Like it was torn off. This is kind of a reach though. To kind of... yeah, it's kind of a reach, but we're gonna go with it. Because this just makes the most sense. The brooch is the only... It's an item of clothing that was torn off, clearly. But I'm a little bit confused about... Yeah, I guess that does make sense. If he was fighting him, and maybe he had that on during the night and struck the pose, had it on him, but then in the picture it's gone. So yeah, okay, never mind. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Zaha, this belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Master Mask. It is in point, in fact, Master Mask brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Ha! Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. What? Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Ah! We can only deduce that the thief struggled. We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night was you, Detective Atme. Duh! Sorry. Clocked him. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. You said this? Judge, let me hold your gavel when I say this. You have been saying that for the past 3 games. You have literally never cared when somebody ever gave a false testimony. You have given them numerous times to correct it. Every single time. And then when I forget something, if I mess up whatever I have to say in my line of reasoning, it's Mr. Red, you lose 2 to 3 HP. Like, give me a break. No, just wait a moment, sir timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. You might as well be, you senile old coot. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only... Who cares what you have to say? Nick, you can only handle 1 case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Everybody's talking too much. Yap, yap, yap. Come on now. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Oh, I can already see. You guys see that? Look at his hand. He's already prepping for the aura farm. Excuse me. Yup, there it is. Yep. Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. Look at me, agree completely. Okay. So let's hear the testimony then. I don't care. Indeed, it is true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me useless. Or senseless, useless, I forgot what this said. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. His first strike? So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Masked and Mask. Correct. It was during his third climb that he struck me from behind. Pause. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. Exactly why you need to go ahead and think about retirement. That can't be good. You gotta cross-examine this buffoon again. Indeed, it is true I looked away for the brief moment. Okay. So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. Okay. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. Elegantly, of course, he says. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer. What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? Yeah. About the computer. So did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well? That wasn't the right question I wanted you to ask him though. Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specifically designed by me. Look at me. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. I'm gonna go back and press that statement 2 times over. He did not ask the question I wanted him to ask about that. We need to maybe look at the sensors. About the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up peak detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordly Taylor department store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally. I'm trying to figure out how to say certain words in his language, or like in his accent, and I can't. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? However, look at me. No, okay. Press that. What does that mean? Discombobulated. Young people these days, they really irritate me. This guy's in his own world. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but discombobulated really just sounds a little bit more of a way to just say confused or dazed or knocked out, you know? Screwy in the head. Sorry, what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I forgot. What was I saying? Look, this is what I'm talking about, man. This guy. Jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony now. Okay. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and struck me. Senseless. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, that the thief had no idea that I, look at me, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about this Kizishito. So the thief armed himself with a sword, and what about yourself, witness? A true gentleman only fights with his own fist, but those were not enough. You had that much faith. Wait, where'd the game go? My game minimized on my end. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college, I was second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Master Mask. This guy is a real piece of work. His first blow struck true. Bam! That's all she wrote. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was powerful and vicious. You might say he was power-icious? Power-icious? I assumed the Acme fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about it? You were blinded? So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. Okay, the statue of Mia Fey, I'm gonna guess. Well, that wasn't very much up at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's only one thing I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This Luke Academy guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. That he's really masked to mask. Alright, let's do this again and let's talk about his fighting style. Okay, at me fighting style. What is his at me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I can't really say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if you absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at me fighting style. Well, this guy is losing every single fight he's getting into. I'm sorry. What about that testimony? Back to the wall, huh? Back to the wall. Back to the wall. Okay. I know they're gonna ask me to prove it. I just don't know how I can. I mean, we have knocked out, blow to the back. Yeah, hold on. His fighting style. If his back is to the wall, why was he hitting the back of the head? Yeah, we got this. It's very important. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. Oh, it did it? Oh, it did it? It did it? Why does it say to hit you in the back of the head then, huh? Huh? Why are you lying? Why are you lying to me, huh? Why are you lying to me? Detective Atme, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way through somewhere besides the door. Then my emissaries struck me on the head from behind with a gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. That's what he sounds like. Objection! To err, human to forgive divine. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate. And yes, they even make mistakes. What are you on about? Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. What are you talking about? This is it. Okay, Phoenix, we got him on the ropes. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... Do we really want to go this route? Do we really want to go this route? I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't know if we don't have enough real proof to say he is. We can just say he's no ace detective. The truth is, the witness is no ace detective at all. So then what exactly are you saying that I am? Well, an average detective? Okay, that was the wrong call, I guess. Okay. Sorry. My fault. I guess we'll just accuse him and figure it out like we always do. My fault. I forgot how these games are supposed to go. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Acme's true identity is actually Masked and Mask. Bro, his face was crazy right there. Bro, like Pinocchio. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Acme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he managed to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at Oh, please. Oh, brother. You stink! The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are in fact Master Mask. Damn it, I can't get, But Mr. Wright, in this photo, it clearly shows Master Mask. This security camera belongs to Lonely Taylor department store. You shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as a thief and stole the urn. So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? DeMasque's MO is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, sir lawyer. What? Y'all notice how I changed his voice to meld well with how he like would change behavior because he's been had. Witness, you're admitting it. Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assume the thief's identity. Excuse me? What? Did he just throw coffee in my face? I don't care what blend it is. Bro, be so for real. I'm not even Phoenix and like this is like making me mad. Bro, get your Starbucks order out of my hair. This is ridiculous. This guy sucks. Mr. Godot. The ace detective is actually the ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of a whole cloth, but it is in fact nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. This guy's got one more time to call me Trite before I lose it. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. And he mocks me for it. And he mocks me for it. I'm so sick of getting disrespected, y'all. I just feel like I don't get the respect I deserve in this court at all. And I've solved case after case after case after case. And these people, they just treat me like trash. They think they could just keep treating me like trash. I don't think so. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see decisive proof you have. Can I get a towel? Oh, I cleaned myself up. Never mind. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you all right, Nick? Emmy looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can, but can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Atme is in fact Master Mask is... Alright, let's be real here. So, I don't know if we really have that. I will be coming to... Wait, hold on, wait. So we know that it couldn't have been Ron. So we know it could have been Ron. Okay, let's use that. Let's use that. It's right here. As usual, the defense comes prepared, Your Honor. We got this. Very well then, let's see what you've got. Please present proof that Master Mask is Mr. But I don't know. I don't know if we can actually say that is the case. Because it only proves that Ron isn't. But then again... if you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KV Security at 1 a.m. On October 12th and bring 50,000. If you don't, take that red diamond you received the other day instead. There was the bag, but we never got the bag in his room, so we don't really know what was in there. We just don't really have the... We just don't have a lot of evidence. Dang it, bro. Let's just go with found in KV Security room 1 a.m. the night of the crime. Here's your proof. What do you think, Mr. Godot? Okay. Okay, we got deducted. It's fine. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Just out of curiosity, let's see what happens if you say I don't have a thing. Proof? Of course, I've got nothing. Ha! Just what I thought. A man who has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get after all. Ah, I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. It's so good, I gotta stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove this guy's the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try it again. Or try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But what are you going to just give up and let us loose to this? So, you have come to your senses, have you, Miss Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness is lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have any... What? Who? What does she have? Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for? I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, that's the sacred urn. Nick, it's the urn. Oh, she brought in killer evidence. Yo. Order, madam, that urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants, Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Desi, you're the best. Found in the office of Look At Me has pink splashes all over it. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Adme? Ah. Even you were gonna have a hard time wheezing out of this one. Objection. Pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved. Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight. Is that correct? Yes. What about it? Let me tell you about it. Are you available for dinner tonight, 6 p.m. at the Olive Garden, where they treat you like family? I would take you somewhere fancier, but I'm still on a rookie prosecutor attorney salary, and I'm afraid I don't have the funds to appeal to your gold digger tastes. But I promise you that all you can eat breadstick is to die for. And they got unlimited coffee too, so you already know Godot all over that. Absolutely. So what do you say? How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. See, that was him freaking out because she said no, because he found out she was married. What are you insinuating? Hold on a minute. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Look at him say, all right, is that coffee or is that tar? Did y'all just see what came out of that cup? That was like, not like black coffee. Like that looked like tar, brother. Like oil, including the office of the good detective here. Okay. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. True, it doesn't really tell us anything, Desiree. See, you actually heard us. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Mr. Light, please, Nicky boy, you've got to help talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. We've got to actually prove the urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. I can't prove anything yet. I can't prove anything yet because we have the pink splotches on it, but we have Amy Fey's golden statue. Yeah, there's nothing we can really do to prove it, sis. I'm sorry. Shot at master match striking a pose. This is all we really have. I mean, we could... The camera, the box. I mean, realistically, bro, we just don't have that link right now. Testify. Let's testify about what I saw. Maybe that'll actually give us the link, or honestly give us some kind of link. What's wrong? Isn't it your job to come up with something to say? Nick, come on, it should be easy to prove. After all, we checked out that bag, didn't we? You're right, I remember doing that. Whatever was in there, it was hard and round, and smooth too. Yes, it must have been the urn, it must have. But I never actually saw it with my own eyes. Atme walked in just when I was about to have a look at it. So even if it was the urn in there, I can't testify that it was. You're right! Looks like I was wrong about you, Mr. Trite. In this town overflowing with lies, there's still a single flickering candle of truth. Nicky boy! Well, it's true that I never actually saw the urn, but maybe I can still testify about it from another angle. What about it, Mr. Wright? Have you given up yet? There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Let's show the fingerprints on the... It'll show our fingerprints if we do that. So that's the only thing that that's the only thing that, like, sucks about that solution. I mean, we could honestly still, but I can't prove anything yet. But Nick! Very well, looks like that's all then. Exactly. And this urn is all the proof I need to make my case. What? You still don't get it, huh? Listen closely, Mr. Trite. As I sling this coffee into my hand. This is the urn that DeMasque stole, right? Now, the wife of the accused comes strolling in here with the same urn, correct? Now, who would you think is the thief? No, that's wrong. That's not why I've got it. Nick, you can't let him do this. Oh, this is good. There has to be another way around this. Your Honor, please let me think it over one more time. Mr. Wright, it's high time that you learn your lesson. The courtroom is no place for poorly thought out or rash declarations. I have to be careful. He won't be so nice next time. There must be some way. Show the fingerprints? I mean, I guess I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Come on now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So, unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? The witness fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you gonna do now? I've come too far to turn back now. Atme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday, and there I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposed the fingerprints of the person be shown. Wasn't it me? Would it be Pearl? Ooh. Hold on a minute. That the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. So what if we did... Ooh, what if we did Ron? So it wouldn't be Atme. He doesn't have fingerprints on the urn. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so we can do Rhonda Light, or we can do mine. No. Pearl? Was it me? It should be mine. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, yeah, we know. He was gonna go into the bag. And then we didn't. Or we did, but we couldn't actually see what it was. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth. It was smooth and hard, y'all. Smooth and hard. Phoenix word, not mine. But, well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints aren't on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office. Okay, I see the link now. I wasn't connecting the dots. Oh, dagnabbit! Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. Well, what did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. There we go. There we have it. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency. Ha! This blend. Godot blend 107. I've decided. It's a little too bitter after all. Okay, look at you. Okay? Finally got him flustered a little bit. Order, order, order. I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait! Just wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. What was that? No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Oh, here he go. Oh, here he go. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. Fruitcake. You see, I was me all along. I am the one and only Master Mask. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Admy's condition? He's still in the lobby laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to this merchant the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. You gotta be kidding me. Ron, what are you doing? You're wrong. Wrong, I tell you. I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. Alright, y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is the thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. What are you doing? I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but the true identity of the thief has already been proven. Hurry up and pass. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. And the last thing I want to hear is this guy's theme song as my own client is testifying guilty after I put in the hard effort grinding his way to innocence. Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir. Don't bark back like a puppy. If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Master Mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says I'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. What conversation is being had right now? What is happening? I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay, then talk. We're all listening. Oh well, let's all have a listen to this confession. Nah, bro, I can't do this today. My blood pressure is gonna rise. I'm sorry, y'all. We gotta end it here for the day. Then my blood pressure is already into the roof. I went through the trouble of getting this guy a not guilty verdict, only for him to turn around and literally admit that he is still the thief somehow. And now we have to prove, I have to fight my client. All right, y'all. That'll do it for today's episode. Interesting turn of events it is. I kind of had a feeling from the beginning there probably was a moment in one of the early videos or whatever I kind of called where Atme was going to be the thief, because his story just wasn't lining up. Like, he's been traveling everywhere the thief goes and has been like supposedly dressing up and doing all this, that, and the third to basically, he's a crazy person. Basically, he's crazy. So there you have it. In terms of this Ron situation, I have no idea where this is gonna go. This is gonna be really weird. I honestly I'm kind of rocking with this case, kind of not at this point. I kind of wanted for it to just be over, but unless this comes out with some really cool like stuff towards the end of it, I'm not sure I'll be too moved about it. But anywho, that'll do it for this episode today, ladies and gentlemen. If you did enjoy it, please make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button if you are new, and also leave a comment in the comment section below about your favorite part of the video. In the description as well, we do have a Discord, so if you want to join up, talk, have some fun, talking about Ace Attorney, video games in general, or if you just want to come by and chat about literally life or anything in between any of those things, feel free. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. Also, again, since I did tell you to hit that subscribe, that like button, also make sure you hit that alert notification bell as well, so you always know when I'm posting a new video. And you also will get that notification stream in Discord if you join up as well, so you'll never miss a post. Sorry, you'll never post. That's like me whenever I say I'm gonna start posting frequently. But anyway, I love y'all, man. Take care. It's been real, and I'll see you guys in the very next Ace Attorney video. Peace, y'all.